Hi, welcome to this workbook. My name's Pat and I'll be working through each of the books with you. The topic for this one is garage sales. Have you watched the introduction video on YouTube? If you haven't, watch it now so that you'll know what to expect and how to work. But now we'll start with the garage sales workbook. Make sure you've got your copy in front of you and look at what's in front of you. It's going to be easier for you than watching the screen. First, look at the cover. It says, Learning to Read and Write Workbook, Garage Sales. The picture makes it pretty clear what this workbook will be about. Can you work out the words that say garage and sales? We've covered pages 2 and 3 in the introduction video, so now we'll go straight to page 4. The icon at the top, that's the small picture, is the one used for talking. 2 heads. Underneath the photo of someone waiting for customers, there are some questions. They are to help you get thinking about garage sales. And if you can, it's good to talk to someone as well. When you're learning, it's very helpful to have ideas about the topic already in your head. I'll read you these questions. I suggest you pause the video after each question so you've got time to have a think about it. The first one asks, do you go to garage sales? Do you like them? Do you buy stuff? What sort of things are for sale? Have you ever had a garage sale? Pause the video and think about the questions, or as we said before, talk to someone. When you're ready, go to page 5. Notice the icon? The glasses. It's a reading activity. I'll read each word. Garage, sale, people, clothes, tools, books, and bike. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and try a few times to read those words. When you're ready, go to page 6. The word at the top says activity. You'll see this word often. Match each word to the picture. You'll see the word sale and there's a picture of a sale, like you see in the shops all the time. Draw a line between them. This one's done for you. You can do the rest. Doesn't matter what sort of a line you draw. Doesn't matter if you need to do a loop or a squiggle to get where you're going. If you're not sure about any of the words, check back to page 5. It's not cheating. To check back is actually a very good learning strategy. When you've done that, check your answers on the next page. You'll see the little tick here. You'll always get that when it's something to do with answers. We go to page 7, the answer page. How did you go? You can pause the video and check back and see from page 5, page 6, page 7 and consolidate. Get your the words firmly into your mind so that you can read them easily. Page 8, another reading page. We've got the glasses. The instruction says, draw a circle around all the words you can read. So have a go at that. Pause the video and see how you go, because a lot of those words are the words that we've been learning. Now, if you've had a chance to read that for yourself, I'll read it for you. Garage sales help people buy and sell old things. People can buy things like clothes, tools, books, and bikes. In the next activity, halfway down the page, you're going to use the words you've been learning. Write the best word in each space. The first one is done for you. You can see the spaces. Each one's got a letter done for you to help you. Garage. I've done it for you. Cross out the word when you've used it so you know you don't need it again, and write the word in each space. Check your answers. You'll find there are lots of activities like this, and you'll always get the answers coming straight after. On the next page, page 9, we've got 2 more words. We've got people doing some shopping at a garage sale, it might even be a car boot sale. Someone selling and someone buying, and we have the words sell and buy. Read those words. And then try the activity. It's like the activity you've just done. Write the best word in each space. Fill the gaps and check your answers. Okay, let's go on to page 10. Again, we've got the writing icon this time with a pen, and the word beside it, copy. Because copying is a very good way to learn to write and spell words. And it's something you can set up for yourself. When you get the hang of this sort of activity, if you're wanting to do some copying, it's a great activity. The activity says, copy the writing. Garage sales help people buy and sell old things. It's the sentence we've been using already. So when you copy, write on these lines and try not to copy letter by letter. Copy as many letters in one go as you can. That'll help your brain sort of keep ticking over and learning them as a pattern. When you've written it, check back carefully. Fix some mistakes. There'll always be some mistakes. Fix those and have another go. Check and fix your mistakes and then have another go. At the bottom it says, have you got faster? Has it got easier? Try this yourself with other sentences. We'll go to page 11. Don't forget, keep pausing this video whenever you need some time to do your own writing and to do the activities. This is a writing page, and you're going to practice writing your address. Look at the picture. This garage sale is at 59 The Parade today. So let's have a look at the address. The number and street name, 59 The Parade. The suburb is Fernleaf. I know that's not in the picture, but that's what we're having. In the state is Queensland. The postcode 4321. So match, the activity here is to match the parts of the address. The postcode's done for you. The postcode 4321. So it's another matching exercise. See how you go with that and check your answers on the next page. How did you go? One more thing to have a look at with the address. You'll see that there are yellow, some of the letters are marked in yellow. They're the capital letters. So for writing your address, you'll find you need to write capital letters to start the key words, the most of the words. For the and parade, Fernleaf and Queensland, start them with a capital letter. Okay. On page 13, let's write your address. If you have a driver's licence, your address is on it. This is the New South Wales driver's licence for a man called Mark Burke. It's all written in capital letters on the licence. But mostly it's best for you just to begin each of those words with a capital letter, not to do the whole thing in capital letters. If you don't have a driver's licence, just check your mailbox. You'll probably find that there's something in there with your address on it, or any bill. You'll find your address quite easily, or someone can help you. Write your address, the number and street name, suburb, state, postcode, and practice it again. On page 14, we've got a spelling strategy, a spelling tip. If you don't know how to spell a word, a good way is to ask someone. You probably do it already, but it's actually a really good spelling strategy, a good way to learn. Write it down, then copy it. This man wants to spell his suburb's name. He says, "How do I spell Fernleaf?" And his mentor says, Fernleaf. Hey, slow down. And sorry, that's Fernleaf. Got it. I'll copy it 5 times. And once someone's given you the spelling, write it down and copy it a few times. On page 15, ask how to spell a word you need. It could be your suburb or any other word, it doesn't matter. Write your word here and then copy it 5 times and try it again tomorrow. It's really important that you don't learn things just once. Come back and learn them, practice them, see if you can still remember them the next day and the day after that. On page 16, we've got some useful spelling. It's about words about days. You can see this garage sale is today. Today. Saturday, Sunday. 3 words. Look, they all end in day. And the days of the week start with a capital letter. So copy them. Today, T-O-D-A-Y. It's broken up to make it easy. T-O-D-A-Y. Saturday, S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, and so on. Copy them in bits so you learn those patterns. On page 17, we're going to read all the days of the week, as you can see them in this diary. So, they're all in order. You'll find this an easy way to learn reading because you know the order already. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And look, we've broken them up so that they're easy to learn. But what we're really learning here is how to read them. Don't worry too much about spelling them all. And this activity, to help you practice the reading, we'll put a line under all the words that say Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, underlined. Now, there are more words in that box that say Monday and Tuesday. See if you can find them and underline them. In the next box, it's the same, except this time you're looking for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And this box is the same again, but you're looking for Friday, Saturday or Sunday and underline them. And you've got all the answers on the next page, on page 19. Page 20. If you like, it's a writing activity. If you like, you can make a garage sale sign and add your own address. Make it as bright as you can so people notice it, or you might like to do a different sort of a sign. But use this workbook to help you. Page 21. We've got the number icon up here, and it's about writing prices. In this activity, we're going to write some garage sale prices. Items at a garage sale are usually very cheap. After all, they're mostly old stuff. And this is how prices look. First, there's the dollar sign, then there's a dot, and then there are the cents. So that put together, you have the price with, like this, dollars and cents. Here are the prices: clothes, tools, books and bike. They're all words you've learnt to read. And your job in this activity is to write the price under each item and check your answers. Now that's the end of the work that is in this book, except we've got some suggestions for you that you can do later in your own time. We call this out and about, and there'll be out and about in each of the workbooks. So you can practice and reinforce your learning, and you'll find that that's quite a practical thing to do. Let's read these points. Look for the words you've learnt in shops and in advertising. When you find words you know, look at the spelling and check for capital letters. Look for your address on letters, on bills and on forms. See if you can find ads for garage sales in your local paper. Check a website. This one has some good ideas about garage sales. There are two ways you can find it. The first way is to use Google, and you Google the website 1 cent at a time, and when you get into that website, you can search again for garage sales. That's one way. The other way is this web address. It's quite complicated, but you can see it's got 1centatatime.com in there. But you have to make sure you copy every letter, number and symbol accurately, so it's probably easier to search with the Google words. Now, to finish this workbook, there are some short activities to check how you went with your learning. Here's a story. The words you've learnt are in it. Pause the video and see how you go reading that yourself. I'll come back to it in a minute. All right, when you're ready and you've turned the video on again, garage sales help people buy and sell old things. People can buy things like clothes, tools, books and bikes. Last Saturday, there was a garage sale in Fernleaf. The address was 59 The Parade. I wanted to buy a bike and the price was only $25, but I didn't buy it. I did buy some books and tools. You can turn the video off and try that again. Doesn't matter how many times you try these things. Each time you try, you'll find it gets a bit easier. Okay, the next activity, writing your address. Check your spelling. Today, Saturday, Sunday. Copy the days of the week in the right order. They're all in the box there, but they're not in the right order. Got the answers. And congratulations, you have finished the Garage Sales Workbook. Here are some of the things you've learnt. The words to read. You've learnt to copy to learn to spell and write. Write your address. You've learnt about asking how to spell a word. You've learnt to make a sign for a garage sale and to write prices. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
1300 655.